You know how sometimes you can look up a word in the dictionary and stumble onto something way, way bigger? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to take one little thread from a totally normal dictionary entry, give it a pull, and unravel this incredible story about language itself. So, yeah, let's pull that thread. I mean, a dictionary seems pretty straightforward, right? It gives you a definition, tells you how to say the word, and that's about it. But every now and then, hidden away in the notes, there's this little key that unlocks a whole other world. And we're about to find one.
And there it is. Seriously? You're just looking up the word fact, and you see this little note. It's so easy to just skip right over it, but it just makes you stop and think, wait, what on earth is the Basic English 850 list?
So, this note, this is our starting point. It's the first clue in a really interesting puzzle about how we talk to each other, about being clear, and, about the very idea of truth.
Okay, hold on. Before we dive into solving that mystery, we need to get on the same page. To really get why the word fact is on this list, we've got to be absolutely crystal clear on what a fact even is. Let's start there.
So, let's do this. Let's break down this super fundamental word using the exact same source where we found our big clue in the first place.
You really can't get any clearer than that, can you? A fact is just information that's true. It's a statement about reality, something you can actually check and verify. It's simple, it's direct, and honestly, it's pretty powerful.
Now, what I love about looking at it this way is how it really sharpens the picture for us. On one side, you have the synonyms, truth, reality, certainty. These are the solid ground we stand on. But then you look at the other side, the antonyms, lie, fiction, falsehood. A fact is defined just as much by what it isn't. All right, so we've got a handle on the word fact. Now, let's get back to our central mystery. It's time to figure out what this Basic English 850 list is all about. This is it. This is the question that kicked this whole thing off. What kind of list are we talking about here, and why is the word fact so important that it absolutely had to be on it?
This is the number right here, 850. And it's not just some random number, it's the entire foundation of a pretty radical idea about how language can work.
And here's the big reveal. That list, the BE 500, is the complete vocabulary for something called Basic English. It's the simplified version of English, but it's been intentionally shrunk down to just 850 essential words. And the whole point? To make communication as clear and direct as humanly possible. Okay, but why, right? Why would anyone create a language with so few words? What was the endgame? Well, the answer is all about the search for pure, unfiltered communication. And this sentence just nails the whole concept. This example from the dictionary entry itself is exactly the kind of statement Basic English was built for. It is completely unambiguous. It draws a super clear line between a personal thought and objective reality. There's just no room to misunderstand that. So let's look at the game plan here. First, you shrink the toolbox down to just those 850 words. The main goal is to get ideas across with zero confusion, which, hey, also makes it a whole lot easier for people from different countries to understand each other. And here's the most important part. The entire system is built to communicate what is true, to focus on the facts. Okay, so this is where it all starts to click together. We've got our definition of a fact, and we know the whole purpose of Basic English. The connection between the two, well, that's everything. And there it is, the big aha moment. The word fact isn't just one of 850 words by chance. It's on the list because it is the entire mission of the language itself. You can't possibly have a system that's all about communicating the truth if you don't have the word that defines what truth is. And what's really cool is that from that one core word, you can build out other essential ideas. You can talk about a factoid, you can describe something as factual or state it factually, and you can even fact-check something. It's this foundational building block that lets you talk about a whole range of ideas about truth, even with a tiny vocabulary. And that really leaves us with something to chew on, doesn't it? The people who created Basic English, they believed that a small set of words, if used really precisely, could help bridge divides and spread knowledge. So it kind of makes you wonder, in our world today, which is just flooded with information and opinions, is the simple, powerful act of just communicating a fact clearly more important than it's ever been?